So, I got 13 minutes on this one before I have to delete more files. Because every video that I load, I then have to delete the other loads and the other videos. And then the videos that are on here, I can't get anywhere else. You know, it's somehow this little camera that I've been keep on using on the Samsung S8 now doesn't connect with my computer, so I can't connect to the cloud on it to bring it. So nothing on here. So then I have to delete the files. So hopefully I bring them up on YouTube and eventually I can get them back, because if I can't, then it's YouTube's property and I lost all these videos because someone fucked with my phone. Yes, someone did mess with my phone, because my phone, the ratios on the camera, these videos are like 4 gigs, you know, and I changed the ratio. There's only 3. There used to be a bunch of them. Now there's only 3 I get to pick from, and they're all very large files. So I can't. And I don't know. Somebody. I see. I was a programmer with Groupware, and I didn't do any of the apps. I didn't do any of the this shit. So I don't know anything about these cell phones and what they do, and you know, and how they record shit. So, but let me go on, because I only have now 12 minutes. Because this is another pending one that's on my mind. It's over and over again. And again, I want to, you know, and I beat this one to you know, that my family is not my family. And there's several reasons that I feel that one of these things doesn't belong with the other, and I don't belong. I didn't belong with them. I didn't feel connection to them. And if somebody comes to me and proves me, look, this is your mother, and she was your mother, and this is the proof, DNA, and this is the proof of your brother, and this is the proof of your sister. Look, all this, you all have the same DNA, and you all say, do you believe us now? No, I still don't believe you. Why? Because even if I had to choose them in my middle, you know, in between lives, okay, this is a family I had to come into. I don't think they actually did what they were supposed to do on their side. Because, you know, probably a lot of the stuff that I'm doing now, I could have been doing when I was 18, 19 years old. But instead, I was pushed into, no. I paid first guitar I bought. No lessons, no music lessons. I had to take art in school, which was, you know, it's high school, it's a public school. They don't really give a shit about much. Oh yeah, good. Maybe you can get, you know. So I didn't do any of that, you know, really with any kind of support with any of these people. And when it's like first guitar I bought, first guitar lessons that I had, I paid for. I worked and I paid for. So these are the things that I remember specifically about my family. And, you know, I know I've said in the past, if you remember the good things, then the good things will be what you bring forward. If you remember the bad things, yes, that is true. The thing of it is, if you don't reconcile the bad things, then even though how much you bury them deep inside, they'll never go away, and they'll come up during each lifetime as unresolved issues, because you haven't. And you know, there's something about the human nature that it needs to know what it is and why it's there and what the purpose of it was. And I just didn't feel that I had any purpose with these families. So my brother was 10 years older than me. My sister was 12 years older than me. My other sister is, I think, 7 years older than me. So they were all much older. And, you know, when I came around, if they're telling me my mother had me when she was 45, 46, 47, okay, if you say so. I think it's something around there. Really? Okay. She go ahead, and this kind of chubby woman, you know, heavy set and not really like. She had me, huh? Okay. If you want to say that, okay, that's fine. But there's other things that I remember, yeah, like the fact that everybody smoked indoors in front of me when I was 4. I'm 5. I don't remember anything before 5. The first memory that I have is this house in Queens, the first house we lived in after living with my uncle. I don't even remember living with my uncle for a while, but they said we did. And then we ended up in this house in Queens, like across the street from I-61 or something, when the public school the public you know, it's the 6th to 8th fucking grade schools that you go to, and somewhere, and eventually I ended up going to that school, but not when I was that young. But that's what we lived in Corona, Queens. So that's the first memory I have, just watching TV in that gray dim house, and there's little memories back and forth. But I remember that everybody smoked, and everybody smoked inside, and everybody. I remember my brother. My brother. Oh, hey, Tony. I remember when I remember I took you on my shoulders and I brought you to the movies. Remember that, John? Hey, you love that. So my brother, I remember him, being like, I was like 7 maybe. We shared a bedroom. 8, 9, 10 until he moved out. I don't know. We shared the bedroom, the one bedroom we shared. I remember him like waking up at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, in the bed, puffing on a cigarette, right next to a 7-year-old kid. Right? I'm 5'5". I could have been taller. I'm sure that's none of my growth, and I fucking smoke like a chimney now. Probably because of that. Right? So that, those are the things. Oh, but we didn't know back then that it was hurting children. Right, Tony? You didn't know back then, right? Oh, but now, do you smoke in front of your son? Did you blow smoke into his face? Huh? When he was 5 or 6 years old? You didn't, right? No. So those are some of the memories I remember. They used to call me Pee-wee. You know what? Because they made me get a circumcision when I was 8 years old because I never got one. And then all of a sudden they said, oh, he's having bad stomach problems, and the doctor said, oh, it's probably it's the what do we call that? The infection over there, the infection down there, the infection. So if we don't do that, if we don't cut off the foreskin at the age of 8 years old, then, oh my God, what will happen? Maybe he'll get all these bad things happening. So I had a circumcision when I was 8 years old. I remember that because that was very fucking painful. And if I had to choose to do that, I'd be, no, keep the foreskin, man. I don't care. I'll deal with the pain. But the pain was kind of like, really? This is what a urinary tract infection feels like to an 8-year-old kid? And why was an 8-year-old kid getting a urinary tract infection enough to be able, the doctor to say, hey, let's cut part of his penis off and see what happens. 8 years old. Something happened with my mom. I still won't say it on this thing. Or the woman that was supposed to be my mom. That just kind of it just kind of shocked me. Now going back and remembering it, and I just recently really remembered. I mean, I knew it, and then nobody ever talked about it though. But I remember it. And there was always this isolation feeling. Like my sister married this Irish guy called John Carnes. Really cool guy. I loved his family. I used to wait by the window, waiting for them to come and pick me up and bring me to their house, right? And because their house, John Carnes and his family, they were some cool ass people that, they smoked a little weed. I was young, so I didn't. But they used to play guitar, and I played, and we used to talk. And then that all happened, and then all of a sudden, they grew up. These kids were a little older than me, and they didn't fucking do with me. So I'd go over there like, oh no, okay. So no more. I was for the waiting at the window for them to pick me up so I can go. Those are memories I remember. I mean, playing football with the people in my yard, in my thing. I never went to. We lived in New York, so we played stickball. We played football on the fucking sidewalk. We in the snow, and then we get pushed. That's the kind of shit that I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up with. Going. I really playing baseball. Hey, son, come on, throw the bat. Because my father was whatever they considered him, or whatever I considered him. I'm not sure what he was, but he was somebody that came here with us in 1970 and then left in 1972. And my mom, that I'm still to this day, how does this woman decide to take 4 kids and a husband all the way from a little town in southern Italy all the way to big America and and to New York? And my uncle, my uncle was there. I don't want to talk about it or him, but he was there and we lived with him. And he helped us. And it was 2 years after that, this man that was supposedly my father, he went back and I never saw him again. I saw him once in a while when finally they started taking me to Italy, and I'd see that. And again, that's when I went to Italy. I'd be like, hey, Americanos. And I'd walk the street and it's like everybody's fucking staring at me. What the fuck is up with these people? Why are they staring at me? And what kind of like secret do they have that they don't want to tell? Oh yeah, Giovanni, yeah. I remember when you were a little boy. Oh, you're so cute. So I'm saying, that's what I remember of my childhood. Okay? And never feeling. And then you know, having a family of Colombians, Orlando Rodriguez and his family that I used to hang out with all the time. You know, they were cool people. They were different. They were not Italian. And you know, the Italian kids were like, hey, why are you hanging out with all the spickers and the niggas? Hey, go hang out with us. Come on, man. And no, I said I wouldn't hang out with the guineas and the buzzers. So I'd hang out with the other ones, the ones that they didn't like. It's because I like them better. I don't know why. Because I'm Italian. Hey. So, and brother, hey, there was no, hey, fucking hang out with those. My brother, I was 15 years old, and we were sharing a room with him still, and I was up in the room, and I was smoking a little weed in the window, and he comes in, and he beats the fucking shit, he starts beating the shit out of me. He starts fucking hitting me like a fucking, the father that he thought he fucking was of me, asshole? Do you hit your fucking son? Huh? Do you hit your fucking son now? No, Tony, you don't, right? But what you do, hey? And you say, and let Ricardo watch this of your uncle, okay? What you did to your little brother. You took him on the shoulders and put the movies. He started hitting me, and I hit him back, and then I jumped out of the second floor window. I jumped out the window. I ran downstairs, and I ran to my friend Orlando's house. I said, man, you got to get me out of here. My brother's fucking an asshole. I don't know what these people are. I just want to run away. Can you help me? He's a fucking asshole. And Orlando's, okay, I got a friend. You know, George, he's living in Manhattan. You can go and stay with him. So I go. And so they bring me to Manhattan. And, oh shit, I take the 7 train. And who do I see on the 7 train? Is a friend of my sister's coming up the stairs, and she saw me. Oh, hi, Linda, Lydia, I think it is. And oh, hi. And who did she run to go and say? Oh, I saw Johnny, and he was with that friend, one of his friends, and was going to the city. Because at this point, I was running away from them, and I was never gonna fucking come back. So I go. This is almost ending, so I'm gonna do this, finish this, and then I'm gonna cut this off, and then I'm gonna have to delete another video because I can't put it anywhere that I did, and then I'll upload it to. And at this point, thank you YouTube for uploading these very large files. I don't know if you can tell me how to fucking change this thing, but because somebody fucked with my fucking phone, and now every one of the videos they're all like 3 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes. Ooh. That's what this video is, 4 gigabytes. Or taking up my fucking memory. And it's like, I deleted so much stuff. I deleted all the pictures that I have on there. And still, I was running out. I only have 3, 2,